What's up, Dibbles? J-Dawg back to answer more goddamn questions. Picking up where we left off, Michael Spore. Hey, question. Said, what's poppin', big dog? Grabbed a couple more vinyl off you and wanted to throw another paid ski to help with the drought. Placed a goddamn Hell's order, hellsheadbangers.com, goddammit. And sent in a paid ski. $20, 20 USD too. Big Diddles on the outside. My kind of homeboy. He says, how's your cats? Ever since I said that, I shot myself in the foot, huh? Because everyone asks now. It's like what he said. It seems like a lot of people in the underground scene are huge animal lovers, myself included. Worked in animal rescue several years. Why do you think that is? I have my theories because of my own personal reasons, but curious on your thoughts. See, the thing is I've kind of noticed that, but at the same time, I haven't noticed like an over an abundance of people in the metal scene liking animals over like just regular goddamn normies, because most people I know, they like them to at least some degree. They at least have a dog or cat or something like that. I mean, to me, it's honestly, dude, it's kind of a, anyone that doesn't like them at all, it's kind of a red flag as far as personal character. Now, I'm not going to say they automatically go on the goddamn shit list, but it is kind of a red fucking flag. Like that something's wrong with this homeboy upstairs. What do you do? What do you like? You like shit goddamn humans? Humans fucking suck. The only good human is a dead fucking human. That's the goddamn code I live by. So having said that, to kind of answer your question, maybe that people in the metal scene, at least they talk the talk, but do they walk the walk? The talk that they talk, especially black metal goddamn tough guys, technically death metal too, you're talking about killing people. Granted, now none of these fucks even have any type of belief in what they sing about whatsoever. Not saying that I believe in fucking necropedophile, fucking goddamn Cannibal Corpse, even though it's one of the best goddamn cannibal songs. But I'm just saying, like, these guys have no conviction whatsoever to what they're into. I'm going to make an educated guess, though. I would like to think that some of them on a similar mindset, that because they like animals more because humans fucking suck. Because for the most part, they do. And now when I say that, some people take literal. So like, oh, you don't like anybody? Dude, I say people suck. Persons are good. You have to earn my respect. And it doesn't matter whose crotch mommy yanked you out of. And what I mean by that is, I don't give a shit if you're related to me. I don't give a shit who you're married to. It's who you are as a person. Like, I judge everybody by the type of person that they are to me and what they bring to me over, that's your cousin. That means jack fucking shit to me. Okay, guy's a fucking scumbag. I don't care. Or, in most cases, to give this shit fucking insect race some credit, I think deep down most people aren't shitbags. I'll give them that. They're letdowns and they're just sheep. They don't think for themselves, and they're just boring. Like, I have no interest. They just bore the living fucking hell out of me, because they're not individuals. They just again, I use the big analogy. It's the fat ball game. I'd be using soccer if I was over in Europe. The analogy of why everybody falls in each region. Why is it fat ball over here and soccer over there? Like, it's like the stats aren't even. It's because it's whatever that because they're just following, dude. They've seen who their family's into and their friends, and they're just following that sheep up the hill. Follow them up the hill. Oh, that's what you're supposed to like? And they're just goddamn brainwashed. Brain dead robot sheep canoe. That's the majority of people. Now, again, don't take me out of context. That doesn't make them a piece of shit and they need to be strapped in the goddamn electric chair or dragged from the back of a pickup. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, I just have zero interest in goddamn talking to them. So, and another thing that's cool about animals that I like, more so cats than dogs, although I do like dogs too, don't get me wrong, is but dogs are whores. What do you mean dogs are whores? They like everybody, assuming it's not some jerk-ass fucking dog. They wag their tail and they fucking sniff your crotch. They get all excited over everybody. Now, that's cool that they're that, I guess, affectionate, but at the same time, motherfucker, this guy's a pedo. What are you fucking jumping all over him for? This guy's a POS. So their naivety has it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? Wish you could be that happy in life. But as opposed to cats, like, you have to fucking kind of, like, earn their respect and earn their affection. So, because I can guarantee you, if you have one since they're a kitten and you raise them really good, they're going to show you that tenfold as you own them. So, as opposed to you treat them like shit, they just avoid the fuck out of you. Like, it's like they don't fucking forget. Oh, this guy's a dick bag. Like, they fucking know. So it's kind of like on my level. You got to earn my goddamn respect. You're not just giving it to because, hey, that's fucking Billy, your cousin. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck. What'd he do? What's he about? I'm talking to him. I don't like that fool. Talk to him. Didn't like nothing about him. Not saying that everybody in my family I don't like. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't just get an automatic pass because you're a cousin or a brother or an auntie or an uncle. No, you got to earn my goddamn respect, my me liking you. And again, most people I don't, as a whole, most people I don't hate. I'm just so dismissive of, like I could just, they just don't even exist to me. Most people, if I was to hear they die in a car wreck tomorrow, I wouldn't be happy, I wouldn't be sad, I would just be, oh, okay, let me get back to these orders. Like, I just wouldn't care. That's how it was when I heard about Dimebag getting shot or something. I mean, or even when Corathon from Bathory died. I remember, oh my God, I heard about it online. Like, I think it was through the Hotmail fucking instant messenger at the time. Somebody told me. I think it might have been like Oscar from fucking Ravager, Mexican band, brothers with Edgar from Disgorge, Mexico. Used to talk to him, that homeboy, a lot. Oscar, his brother. Used to talk to him through Hotmail instant message. Used to talk to Louisma from Hemorrhage. But Oscar from Ravager. Just talked to a few people there. I think it might have been Oscar that told me that day, because it was around, what year was that? 2003, 2004. I remember when I heard about it, when he said it, I just didn't care. I was like, oh, guy hasn't done a record I liked. And I mean, if that was 2003, it's so fucking funny. When you do the math, like, even at that time, like, I was going to say 20 years. It's not even that. That's what's so fucking hysterical about some of this shit. I guess hysterical, going against what I say. Just crazy how time is and how your mindset is, which even though I rip on it, and I guess it makes sense. Back in 2018, the 17-year-old saying that, because whatever Corathon died, it was around 03, 04, 05, somewhere there. But let's say it was 04. Let's go in the middle. Because what I was just going to say, I haven't liked a record that guy did in 20 years. Well, that's not true, because it was less than 20 years. Think about it. The first album was 84, so the first record came out 20 years ago. So the last record I liked was Blood, Fire, Death. What year was that? Was that 89? 88? Whatever. It was after 84, goddammit. So I haven't liked the record he did in 20 years. And the thing is, I think I was thinking that, maybe even said it. But when you do the math, it's less than 20 years. But in your mindset, because I was born in 85, and so that was before your time, even Blood, Fire, Death, before my time. Yeah, I was alive when it came out, but I wasn't in the metal yet. I don't claim I was like some guys. Been going to shows since X. It's like, no, you haven't, dude. I never saw you. You're my age. What are you talking about? No names mentioned. I don't pull that shit. I tell you the actual fucking real crap I went to. But it's funny because now when I say haven't liked a record in 20 years, that goes back to 2005. I'm thinking like 2005. When I really think about it, it's like, kind of seems a little bit like a while ago, but not really. As opposed to in 2004, thinking back to the first Bathory and shit, you're thinking, that's a lifetime ago. God damn, fucking grandpa was picking that record up. Like, holy shit. So almost kind of giving myself some credit, because I was kind of like beat up on myself, not literally, or not even figuratively, but just in a sense, like, what are you talking? I'm a late bee, man. Started going to shows in 98 and stuff. That is late. I stand by that, but it's not as late as you think. Because again, 7 churches, 85. So you say that's the first death metal record, which is, I stand by that. First death metal recording is Death by Metal, 1984. No, it's the Mantis demo, but it's Death. Mantis, Death by Metal, 1984, in my opinion, is the first death metal recording in existence. That is my honest take. Now, if you disagree and you think it's something else and it's before that, I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that's my honest opinion what I consider death metal and where things started in the years, etc. But even that, go to the first death metal demo. The first death metal demo in existence. It's like, you started going to shows 14 years later. Yeah, that's late. But from the absolute origin of when the music started, you're 14 years later. It's not that much later, because when you go back now, what's 14 years from now? 2011. Yep, 2011. Think that's a long time ago? No, fuck no. I remember that like shit like it was goddamn yesterday. What are you talking about? It was slaughtering all over the goddamn place. It's like, right, well, 2011 was 14 years ago. You don't think that's a long time ago? It's because how old you were. In 90, that was a lifetime. 84, wasn't even alive yet. So in your mind, say, yeah, that was forever ago. No, it wasn't. Not really. So, but to answer your question, I think I got to, yeah. That's how I like to think. But I never really noticed that more people in the scene, as a whole, most people I know, they like them to an extent. So, you know, and maybe it's just, if someone doesn't, and again, if someone doesn't like animals at all, doesn't mean I definitely dislike them, but they better have some other damn redeeming qualities about them. And I'm sure there's nobody I can think about top of my head, but I'm sure there's some. So there's exceptions. But most people I know, I'm trying to think, like, anyone whose houses I go to and shit, they all have, as a matter of fact, I think they all have cats. Well, one for sure has 4 dogs. 4 dogs, they have a couple cats. Yeah, well, shit. I mean, pretty much anybody when I say hang out, that means I go to their house. Maybe that's just who I choose to hang out with. I don't know. Or it could just be a hell of a goddamn coincidence. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just the crowd I choose to hang around. Daniel Thorne, big question. Hey, J-Dawg, any chance Hells can do the first 3 Blood Freaks on vinyl? I mean, I'm sure there's a chance if they asked, but 2 things to say about that. Number 1, let's get the goddamn Frightmares. 2 Frightmare albums, the only 2 albums they did. Fan-fucking-tastic. I don't see how anybody that likes DM or thrash in a mix, gore grind, how you can't like that. To me, impossible. That shit jams like a goddamn motherfucker. Did I even tell you? I guess I could. It's not a secret. I don't think Maniac Neil would care. And I don't know him that well. The most conversation I ever had with him was, well, you saw it on that choppy ass goddamn interview. It was before and after we talked about. I tried to get Frightmare to play Dead by Dog Volume 2, August 1st, goddamn it, 2026. Saturday, August 1st, 2026, at the Mercury in Lakewood, Ohio, goddamn it. I was trying to get Frightmare to play it, and did he say it in the interview or did he say it off? Frightmare's never done a show ever. I thought, like, I didn't know that. I thought, like, in Portland area and all over there that they did some shows back in the day with maybe when Midnight Murder Mania came out, or in between the 2 albums, or even after Final Bloodshed. But no, he's like, we never done a show ever. I was like, oh, well, fuck. That's all the more I wanted. But I thought it'd be cool as fuck, assuming they played even a dozen shows. I was under an assumption they played, I had to play at least a dozen shows in their lifetime. I thought it'd be cool as fuck, even with that, because I was like, they damn sure never been to Ohio, because because I was a fan of Frightmare from day one. Not day one when they were tuning the guitars, but day one when the album came out. Don't think they did a demo or anything. If they did, it's not listed on Metal Archives, and Maniac Neil failed to mention that. And if there is a demo, I do want to hear it. But assuming there's no goddamn demo and shit, at least not to my knowledge, I was a fan, like big fan. Like, I'm not like just kind of a fan. I can honestly say, dude, I listened to Frightmare between those 2 albums, to this day, and the first album was what, 03? I think it was 03, right? Right around there, 02, 03. Had to be after 01, right? It's in the early 2000s, but I think it's 03. I would say 4 to 5 times a year from the day it came out, the second album too, because if I had to pick, I'd probably like Midnight slightly more, but it's damn close. I like them pretty much evenly. You can't go wrong with them. 4 to 5 times per year. There's not too many fucking things I own that I listen to 4 to 5 times a year. That's one of them, goddammit. So let's get those out on vinyl, because we literally paid Razorback licensing fee for those. Like I wrote them a check. Shit, it was probably over a year ago. Now it has to be over a year ago. Let's get those out, and then we also licensed. It was either from the band or I think the band might have owned it. This one I can't remember. I know it might have been Razorback. Maybe everyone check for that too. I can't remember. For whatever reason, I forget. But I set it up initially through the band. Was Lord Gore. Both those albums, phenomenal as fuck too. Dude, on the first goddamn Lord Gore album, the song, the opening song, More Gore, fucking amazeballs. You're out of your gourd if you don't fucking like that shit. That was another one too. I hit up Gurge. Do you want to play Dead by Dog? Oh, did I even tell my full goddamn Frightmare story? But same scenario. Frightmare offered him, basically it's the one guy, he calls him August. I don't know if that's his real name, but I don't see, I looked up, which guy's August? At least unless I didn't hear him correctly. The other guitar player or whatever, he says he can't do it without him because it was him, Maniac Neil, and August that did it. I was like, no guy on the album's called August. I get it, they had their tough guy goddamn names, like Dissector or whatever. Maniac Neil, unnamed Neil, but whatever. But even on the Metal Archives where it says their real names, I didn't see any guy named August, so maybe I misheard. Maybe that's his code name, maybe it's his nickname, maybe it's his middle name. I don't fucking goddamn know. But it was up to him, and he's like, basically, he doesn't want to do it. And I even offered a separate goddamn bag. Separate payment to him just to do it. Nah, not interested. So, again, like goddamn big flat brim Ron from Malignancy says, the older they get, the lamer they get. I noticed that shit. Been saying it for years. Not those words, but these burnout fucking geezers. That's exactly what it is. The older they get, the lamer they get. And I always question, did you get out of pussy too, brah? You may as well have. Goddamn, what boring ass fucking shit are you into, homeboy? Gardening and dumb shits? That's lame as fuck. But yeah, that's lame as fuck on Frightmare. Turned it down. And then I asked Lord Gore the same thing, if they would play it. And Gurge just said, he said, let me ask the other guys. And they turned it down for a one-off. They didn't want to do it. It's all right, also fucking lame, but that's what we got, right? So those were two bands I tried to get for Dead by Dog Volume 2 before I announced it, my 8 bands. But to answer your goddamn question, let's get the goddamn 2 Lord Gores out because we paid the licensing for that. And I think those might be laid out too. Frightmares, I think they were started. I saw something. I think the Lord Gores might be done as far as laid out. Then I don't get a boner. That means literally fucking jack shit around here, it seems like. But that's 4 records right there, 4 LPs. It's like, let's get those out first. We had those approved and paid license for over a year now. Let's get those out first. And full disclosure too, Blood Freak was a band that I got into a little later. See, I got into Lord Gore and Frightmare and even Ghoul. Ghoul I got into on their first album when Emetic Records put out the first album. All that shit I got into when they were a brand new band. Blood Freak I got into a few years later, and I didn't like it as much as the Frightmares and Lord Gores and another band I absolutely love. Fun fucking fact too. I emailed the guy Tim the singer from Parasite Records. Slaverin' all over the goddamn place. He's the singer for Splatterhouse. The house that Dead built. First thing I ever heard by Splatterhouse was a split 12-inch split 12-inch with Gruesome Stuff relish. Dawg owns it, of course. Big fan of Splatterhouse. Those were my favorite 3 of that splatter, thrash, gore, death, grind, punk, fucking metal. Which is all thrown in a goddamn blender. Now there's a bunch of other bands that done it, but my 3 favorites was Frightmare, Lord Gore, and Splatterhouse. And I even asked Tim from Splatterhouse. He said he'd be up for it, but I'm not going to say that. One of the guys, let's just say can't do it. Which is, to put it nicely. So that's a fucking bummer. Why don't you put out Splatterhouse, dog? Not against it, but again, let's get these others out. The Splatterhouse also did a split 7-inch with Bird Flesh. Fantastic 7-inch, I must say so my goddamn self. Both sides fucking fantastic. That's a killer goddamn grind death fucking split right there. But another reason why I wasn't like jumping all over it is the house that Dead built, the only album that Splatterhouse did, it exists on vinyl. I have Dawg owns it, of course. I mean, so does the first Frightmare, Midnight Murder Mania. But I figured since the second album's never, let's just do both, goddamn it. It's been long out of fucking print. And to me, yeah, I mean, like, who the fuck doesn't like Frightmare? I mean, dude, again, I assume you don't bang chicks. And again, any of these other 2000s bands, I just don't, like, dude, there is no fucking reason. Absolutely no reason. I get it, like, maybe, big fucking maybe, if you're the younger buck, you know, you're 20 years old, and you're like, yeah, dude, I don't really like that goddamn Venom. That Possessed Seven Churches is boring, dog. I don't know. Maybe. Fucking fine, whatever, even though I'm still looking at you cockeyed. But, okay, so you like more of the, I guess, more extreme shit as it started to evolve from 1990 up to the 2000s. But still, don't come up to me and ask me, you like stabbing, bro? You're listening to those fucking twinkers over goddamn Frightmare? You're out of your gourd, homie. Out of your ass. Put it to you this way, dude. There is no way that fucking stabbing is catchier, has more hooks, has more character, has more charisma, same two things, and just more just cool factor to it. It's just the overall feel of it, the whole slasher thing. There is no fucking way that band is cooler in any goddamn sense of the definition than Frightmare. And Frightmare's new enough, goddammit. 2000s, that's fucking new. According to Matt Sorg, fucking From the Depths, Shed the Skin, he says if you're after 1992, you're new. I don't know about that, Holmes. That's a fucking stretch right there. That's getting a little geezer out of fuck. That's getting a little ridiculous. He said it with a straight face too, which I don't care. I'm not mad about it. I thought it was goddamn funny, but it's like, come on, man, that's getting a little fucking. If you really think that, then you're in total grandpa mode. But 2000s, even if you're not new, you're in recent times, and from the year 2000 to today, I'm sorry, there is nothing that came out that's more extreme. I'm not saying that Frightmare is the most extreme band, but they're an extreme metal band. You know what I mean? Like, what is coming out, let's say in 2025, that's more extreme than certain albums that existed by 2000? What's more extreme than Last Days of Humanity? What's more extreme than the goddamn TISH? Now, I'm not saying there's not extreme bands that come out today, but at best, it's equal extremity. What I'm getting at is, if you're that kiddo and you're like, stuff like Seven Churches and Scream Bloody Gore sounds like old timer fucking metal, it's like, okay, so you like the real extreme shit. Your generation, whatever. Still looking at you cockeyed, but still, fine, pass. That's your generation. You like the more extreme shit. Let's see how long that lasts too, by the way. Come back to me in 20 years. But it's like, okay, if that's the case, a lot of the early classics bring it to you, like the Burials, the Exploding Zombies, the Deranged, the fucking, like I said, the Lord Gores, and the Frightmares. There's no fucking way you shouldn't like that. That shit's a million times better than these fucking jabronis coming out that are all popular, that everybody's got their wanks out to, and the only goddamn reason you do is because that's who's, for whatever reason, was talked about or found on Instagirl, fucking Twink Talk. I mean, for fuck's sakes, man, what grown ass man even has Twink Talk? I guess I'll give you Instagram because everybody seems to have that dumbass shit. Guess fine, pass there. Well, you have a dog too. I also don't run it. I've never even seen it in my goddamn life. Somebody else runs it for me because I don't think I could be able to stomach that stupidity. I can barely stomach the fucking stupidity in the comments of the YouTube. And I hear Instagirls even worse because there's literally 10-year-old girls watching that shit. But Twink Talk? What's the other one? Twitch? Like, what the fuck even is it? Like, literally, I could, gun to my fucking head, I couldn't even tell you I could not tell you what Twink Talk or Twitch, I know it's social media, but what is it? How's it different than Instagirl? Like, other than short clip videos, I'm assuming what's the goddamn difference? Like, what grown man even has that shit? But I'm telling you right now, dude, could be wrong, but very educated goddamn guess. The nut sacks, the Twinkie molds, the boring incantations, the stabbings. The only reason that shit's getting talked about and more popular than the other death metal bands coming out at the same time frame that are just as good, if not better, is because it was some jabroni, some goddamn T-boner on one of those fucking dumbass kiddo platforms talked about it, and it got spread like wildfire. And the goddamn stabbing too, the fact that it's got a chick singing, that definitely fucking helps. Just saying, it does. I mean, personally, I think it's lame as fuck. Nothing against her. I'm not saying that the band's lame as fuck as her. I'm saying that's lame as fuck that people like it for that goddamn reason. Again, I seen the goddamn phenomenon. I seen it with Arch Enemy, dude. I saw Arch Enemy. Yes, I like the first few Arch Enemies with Johan singing or whatever. Even the first Chick one isn't bad. It's commercial metal, but it's not, what is it, Wages of Sin? I haven't heard it in over 15 goddamn years, but it wasn't bad. After that, I completely signed the fuck off. Don't even own Wages of Sin, but I'm just saying, I remember not being terrible. But point being is, I saw Arch Enemy on Burning Bridges, and I'm almost positive it was 1999. It was at the Flying Machine, Lorain, goddamn Ohio. Dude, there was like 20, 30 goddamn people there. Fast forward to their next album, which wasn't long after. When did Wages of Sin come out? Is that whatever year that was? Look it up. Probably 2001, 2002. How's my fucking name? Dawg was there. Show was at the Agora, terrible club now, still existing, at Cleveland, Ohio. A bigger club, mind you, which will get bigger acts. Just the very next record. The only difference is they switched to a chick singing. Full house. It wasn't Cradle of Filth packed, but it wasn't far behind. There was a couple hundred people there at least. How the fuck do you basically, literally, if there was 30 at fucking, let's just say there was 200 people, and I know there was more than that at a goddamn Wages of Sin. But let's say there was 200, and let's say there was 30 at Burning Bridges tour. That's triple would be goddamn 90 people. You more than tripled your crowd from album to album. The only reason is because there was goddamn some pussy on stage, and these 40-year-old fucking virgins are just a bunch of fucking weirdos. Like, that's some poser shit. It's like, so you're not even in the tunes. And who the fuck needs to go to a show to see some goddamn boobs? She ain't even showing her boobs on stage. You realize, like, porn's free, right, homeboy? Well, not back then it wasn't, dog. It was cheap as fuck. It was cheaper than the goddamn price of admission for a goddamn fucking titty magazine than it was for whatever the fuck goddamn Arch Enemy charged to get in. Well, wasn't that goddamn expensive? At least $20 goddamn ticket, plus parking, plus $25 to get in. Well, back then, $10 to park. Now it's $25 to park. So it's at least $30 to get in. Titty magazines in it back cost $30 back then. So what the fuck? And it doesn't even show her goddamn tits. So I can't even wrap my head around that rationale like that. That's the reason, because that's the reason they're going. I'm just flat out telling you, a bunch of fucking goddamn fucking weirdos. Now we got goddamn stabbing. I'm not saying stabbing's fucking huge. It's just I hear that name tossed around, and I've had more than 2 people ask me about them. They didn't ask me about Frightmare. I can tell you that much. And it's literally a kid who had fucking hair on his nuts for no longer than 5 years. It was never a goddamn grown-ass fucking man with 20 years plus under his goddamn bullet belt asking me if I like gay-ass fucking stabbing. Never, not one time. It was all these goddamn kiddos, which makes sense, but at the same time, that's why Old Man Dawg's here to educate you. Still on the sick shit. Not, hey, check out this Nazareth. Let me show you, son. No, still brutal shit. Equally as brutal as stabbing, if not more brutal, but much fucking better. Just trying to inform you, and you bet your ass Hideous Mingless is in that much better fucking club. Said in a minute, bruh. Come to open the goddamn here in the morning. And don't forget them Painski's got jack shit in again today. Dry as fuck. Get them in, Bubbles. Later.